Okay, everybody, as you can see, it's 11:51 and it's 36 degrees out here. Currently feels like 32, which, yeah, it kind of does. I want to give you guys an idea of the temperatures out here for when we go to do this burn on this modification of the Weber kettle. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to get some gloves. They're just nitro powder-free gloves. I'm going to go ahead and set our turkey on our cutting board. Now this here bird is 14.2 pounds. We're just going to say it's 14 pounds here. Looks like I'm missing the wingtip there. Okay guys, so all you want to do is just run these scissors right down the backbone. All right, well there's your backbone. I had a little trouble there with these scissors because whenever you have to put some real force on them, they'll kind of turn on you like that. I guess they're okay. I don't recommend these for turkeys. Chickens for sure. Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and take a knife here and we're just gonna cut right down the breastbone here. Okay, just want to crack that open, flip it over, and there you have it. Okay everybody, and there you have it. I'm not sure what happened to my wingtip over here, but we're just going to go ahead and fold this one over. And that's what's nice about having the wingtip. I don't know why this one doesn't have it, but we're just going to have to make this do. Okay, so now what we're going to do, I am not going to inject this bird. I am not going to brine it, do nothing. And again, we're going to do both seasonings. I'm going to start out with the sweet and smoky. It does smell good. The reason why I like spatchcocking is because you can get the seasoning into the meat here. Okay. Now we're going to go over that with the all-purpose barbecue rub. All right, everybody, so I did have some trouble with those scissors, as you saw here earlier, and but that's okay. It's going to happen. I have never used them on a turkey. I have used them on chickens before, and it goes right through them like nothing. But we got the job done. So let's go ahead and set up our grill, show you how to do that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take our fully lit charcoal full of chimney, which took about 10 minutes to get it, the flames. That's where you want it. You want to get the flames rolling over the top, and you're good. And we're just going to dump it right over top of this split wood. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and spread these hot coals. I got longer tongs here. The longer ones will help keep you from burning your hands. Okay, everybody, let's go ahead and do a little recap here. So I have the stock WSM 22, which is the Weber Smoky Mountains fire ring, which we took the stock Weber charcoal grate, and we dropped it right there inside here, so it held it, as you saw earlier when I had all the charcoals in there. We lit a full charcoal basket, fully lit, and just dumped it right over the top. Also, I like to mention that I did put, which is optional, I put a split wood, a chunk about this size, small split, just right in the center, and then I put the unlit charcoal over top. You don't have to do that, but that's what I did. Okay guys, now we're going to go ahead and take our diffuser plate and set it right over top. Just kind of center it on there the best you can. You can tell with the tabs here where your stock grates sit on, it's going to come level with that. That's why you don't want to use just any ring because of that, because it can make it higher or lower and you don't want that. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and put the Allen screw inside here. Now let's take our dual rack system, set that right here in the middle. We'll take our modified lid and set that right up on the top. And you want all your vents wide open. Bottom vent and both top vents wide open. And we're looking to come up with pit temps of 300 to 325. And also I like to tell you guys, I do not brine my turkeys. I have done it in the past. with big, large 17 pounders, 20 pounders. And yeah, when you're cooking low and slow, but let's just say if you're cooking 225, you're trying to smoke it. Yeah, I guess that'd be fine. But I like going hot and fast, so like 300 degrees and above. That helps crisp the skin. The birds still come out juicy. And I want to show you guys that you do not need to brine, inject, or do anything like that to have a juicy turkey. Or for any bird, okay? I see a lot of people out there, and it takes hours to do, and not a lot of people have that kind of time to brine a bird. You know, you could get, I guess, added flavor to the turkey. That's fine. I like to have a little bit of dipping sauces with mine, some hot sauce, you know, barbecue sauce. But at the end of the day, brining is not necessary if you're cooking at higher temperatures, because it's going to decrease your cook time and your bird will still come out juicy as long as you don't overcook it. Simple as that. And another reason why I like the spatchcock is because not only can you get the seasoning on the meat side, but it also lays flat and cooks more even. Go ahead and get this thing up to the temp, and we will put the bird on the racks and we'll go from there. Okay, all we're going to do is just set this bird right here towards the center. Look at that. Now, can you guys do this on your stock 22? No, you can't. I do have an option of putting food on the bottom grate, but I'm not going to do that. I'll show that in other videos, how I use both grates. But for right now, this is what we're going to do. So here we got a 14-pound bird on the Weber kettle. Let's go ahead and set our lid on. And let's go ahead and set our probes in. I'm going to set one here in the breast. You don't want to touch the bone. And we'll set the other one into the thigh. Okay, everybody, so what I did is I set a timer here. And as you can see, I have the total of the turkey total time. Was 2 minutes ago. That's when we put the bird on. And here is the turkey timer, which I set for 1 hour. So in 1 hour, we're going to check this. I just like to keep a total timer so I could keep track of how long it took from start to finish. Our 1 hour is up, so let's go ahead and see what this turkey looks like. Well, you look at that. Now what we're going to do is, we got some great color. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. I will be sure to give you guys a close-up. Okay, everybody, I want to show you this trusty meat thermometer. It's the Maverick PT100. I've had this thing for, I asked the wife, and she's like nearly 10 years, so. All right, everybody, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set another timer for 1 more hour, which I'm just going to stop this timer here and just start it again. Here we're 1 hour and 7 minutes in. We got the 1 hour timer here. So we will check back in 1 more hour and see our internal temps. All right, everybody, we are now 2 hours into our cook. Well, actually 2 hours and 8 minutes. So let's go ahead and look at this bird. Now, as you can see, we have some great color going on here, because we like to see 175 in the thigh, in the dark meat anyway, and then we would like to see about 165-ish in the breast before we go let this thing rest. So let's go ahead and check the breasts, or the thighs here real quick. It says it's 162. Okay, this one's saying it's 166. The breast is reading 160. I don't know if you guys can see that. We're doing pretty good so far. We're gonna go ahead and put the lid back on. I'm gonna set a timer for 30 minutes. Okay, everybody, I'd like to mention here that you can, on the bottom rack here, you could put a water pan in there. You could put that under there and have a water source if you like. But I don't see the need for it because the juices drip down in that hot plate and it comes back up into the meat. So there's no point in that. Also, I'd like to mention that you're worried about all the grease and grease fires. Nothing to worry about, because once the grease hits the plate, it's pretty much going to evaporate. Most of it will, but if it's juicing off because you probed it and you got all them juices, you're worried about a grease fire. It's going to roll off into the pit and then into your ash catcher. And I've never had a problem with a grease fire or anything with this setup. And I've done multiple cooks with this, okay? And that's why I'm really impressed with how I designed this setup for the Weber kettle. It is so functional. You would not believe the amount of food that you could cook on this thing. And that's pretty much the star of this video, is showing you guys how to build an ultimate Weber that could cook, not like, if not 4 times, but 8 times the amount of food if you use the bottom rack. But 4 times is just using the top rack. So let's go ahead and let this baby get back up to temp, and we'll see you in about a half an hour. All right, everybody, our half an hour is just about up, which will give us almost a total time of 2 hours and 50 some odd minutes. And here I'd like to show you the final results before I put it on the cutting board and let it rest for a few minutes. Okay, I went ahead and pulled the probes out. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and take my pizza spatula. I'm going to grab this bird out of here. Just be very careful. We're going to set it right on the cutting board. Go ahead and put this lid back on. Well, there you have it. About almost 3 hours, 14-pound bird. It's got some great color on it. If you guys can see that, I'll go ahead and spin it around. If I haven't mentioned, this is for our family. Otherwise, you'd see me wearing some gloves, which my hands are clean. But there you have it. Now, I'm just going to let this sit out for approximately maybe 10 minutes, only because it's really cold out here and I don't want the bird to chill too much. I would put aluminum foil over the top, but you don't want to put aluminum foil on it. And the reason for that is because your skin will get rubbery. So I'll see you guys in about 10 minutes. Okay, everybody, so there you see a 14-pound bird done in 3 hours. Well, actually less than 3 hours, but we'll just say 3 hours, because after the resting period, we'll be looking at about 3 hours. So not too bad. And you got that big bird spatchcock laid out all on this 22-inch Weber kettle. Now, if you'd like me to do other videos like chicken breasts, pork chops, and steaks, and anything you'd like me to do on this, leave a comment below and I'll do it. If there's something I didn't answer your question on this particular mod, leave a comment below and I'll be more than happy to do another video on it and get in more detail if you'd like. So here is my ultimate Weber kettle modification. All right, everybody, sorry about that. Well, my camera had died. It's got good batteries. I think it might have been being outside for all them hours. Maybe it, I don't know. But there you go. As you can see, this is the end piece from the breast, and we're going to do a little taste test and see how those rubs turned out. Yeah, they're really good. Oh, very tasty. I like that. Took me a few minutes to get this camera, but as you can see, still got that moist. I'm trying to get the right angle for you guys so you guys can see that. But anyway, guys, great rubs. Excellent. So everybody, if you like what you saw, please like this video, subscribe, and share to your friends.